Hola, hola, boa tarde. So, when I last left you, I was on my way down to Lisbon. I was going to go catch the train and go down to Lisbon for about 4 or 5 days in order to meet up with some friends that I've made along this journey and reconnect with them, as well as connect with some possible new friends, immigrants, expats who have moved to Portugal who now live in Lisbon or maybe a different area, as well as those who are visiting. There were a lot of visitors to Portugal this time because there was the Black Global celebration, 5-year anniversary celebration, as well as the Black Global Exodus Summit mashup meetup that I attended. So please come along and enjoy this journey when I went down to Lisbon for a few days before I returned back to Porto. I finally arrived at the São Bento train station located in the historic center of Porto. It's been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site and as a National Monument of Portugal. The original building had been a monastery until it was destroyed by a fire in 1783. It was later rebuilt for use as a convent and functioned as such for almost 100 years, at which time it was in a state of disrepair. It was demolished and plans began for a railway station. There are over 20,000 azulejo tiles that capture historical scenes. The azulejo tiles are the beautiful color tiles. Often they're blue and white, but then there's other colors that you'll see throughout Portugal on the outside of churches and other buildings and sometimes houses. Oftentimes they're part of the interior decor of many places. So, when in Porto, the São Bento train station is a must-see. It's stunning. The train system, by the way, is very easy to use here. I booked my tickets online before I even left the USA. Unfortunately, there's no footage of the train ride, which was almost 3 hours, a little under 3 hours down to Lisbon. I slept because I needed the sleep. So come on with me down to Lisbon. Bora lá. All right, this is my little abode here for the next few days while I'm here in Lisbon. Cute little table by the window. There's all kinds of restaurants on this street. It's really just a room. And the bathroom. Cute little area. They also have a little refrigerator and teapot here that sits on this little balcony. It's cute. All right. So I underestimated how much luggage I was gonna need bringing my little items down here for these 3 or 4 days. So I wound up looking like a transient. So I'm sure people were a little hesitant to check me in because I know I looked a hot mess. But either way, they have my reservation, I got my passport, so they know it was me. All right, I'm heading out to go meet with my friend Susie, who I met 2 years ago. She and her daughter just moved here from the East Coast. So I'm gonna go meet up with her for coffee, and then I'll be back to see what the evening entails. It's Susie! I got a chance to reconnect with Susie. I met Susie 2 years ago during our Rich Journey meetups here in Portugal. If you don't know about them, check out their YouTube channel. They have a wealth of information about relocating and financial independence, retiring early. Anywho, Susie and I kept in contact once we met. She and her daughter recently moved to Portugal, and recently, I mean back in August of this year. So I got a chance to see her apartment, meet her daughter. We were supposed to go to dinner. The restaurant that we went to just randomly decided they weren't serving full dinner that evening, so such is life. So we wound up going back to her apartment. She whipped up some pasta. It was great. We chatted, caught up, and she filled me in on some of her move abroad journeys, and no regrets. She has absolutely no regrets of leaving the U.S., bringing her daughter to start high school here in Portugal, and start this new life. So it was great catching up with Susie. So tomorrow is the Black Americans in Lisbon breakfast meetup. So I'll get a chance to meet some more folks here in the Lisbon area. Bora! Feliz terça-feira. Happy Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, I got up and went to the Black Americans in Lisbon breakfast meetup that they host every Wednesday in Lisbon. So if you're ever in Lisbon on a Wednesday morning and you're Black and you want to connect with some locals, residents or immigrants who have moved to Portugal, then check them out. They are open to answering any questions, being as helpful as possible. If you have questions regarding applying for residency or any questions about Lisbon. So the two ladies and some other daughter team who I believe they organized, or they kind of pulled the group together, started the group, the Veil group, Diane and Nicole, not Diana Nicole. They are from Sacramento, small world. They've been in Lisbon for about 3 years, and so they've pulled this group together, and they connect each week. And like I said, there were probably a good 20, 25, 30 people that were there, came in and out, and many were visitors because they were in town, like I said before, for the meetups that were happening. I was fortunate to sit amongst some folks. I was sitting in between Thomasina. Thomasina had just moved to Lisbon a few weeks prior to this breakfast, or maybe that same week, I can't remember, but it was real recent. And then on the other side of me was Yolanda from the YouTube channel Locating Cozy. Yolanda lives in Zaragoza, Spain, and she's been there for a little bit. And so she came in for the meetups, but to meet her in person after watching her YouTube channel is great. So after breakfast, Yolanda took some of us with her. She invited some of us to go with her on a couple of little ventures. So we stopped at a beauty supply store, a beauty store that was like across the street from the breakfast spot. And yes, Black ladies, they do have hair care products and other things for our hair. Come to find out, apparently in one of the train stations, there's some shops down in there where you can really find the stuff that you're really looking for. After the beauty supply store, we kept walking, and we went to the big department store. It's called El Corte Inglés. We went to the rooftop just to see the beautiful view of the city of Lisbon. You could see like far and wide. After that, we went to a secondhand store called Humana. And in Humana, everything was 2 euros. Each item, 2 euros. Anything you wanted, 2 euros. After we went to an art gallery, popped in and saw a couple of little things there. Lovely place. Then we parted our ways. I caught the metro back to my Airbnb because we had decided we're going to meet up at the Time Out Market later for dinner. So I went home, took a little nap, got changed, and then headed back out to the Time Out Market. You'll see those little ventures. The Time Out Market is like a big, huge food court. It's a central place where a lot of folks go to get something to eat and just to kind of hang out and socialize. They've got music playing. They got a bar in there. You can find just about food from just about anywhere in the world. Whatever your taste buds are craving, you could probably find it in there. They have great pastries as well. So we hung out there for a while, then I headed home. By the time I got off the metro to walk back to my Airbnb, it was after 10 o'clock. And I felt safe. I didn't feel concerned for my safety walking down the streets, even though I did not know exactly where I was going. Eventually I found it. I found the street that my Airbnb was on, got in safely. So it was a great day on Wednesday. The next day was quinta-feira, Thursday. I decided to kind of chill. I needed to rest some. So I didn't do a whole lot. I went to a little restaurant that's like right steps outside next door from my Airbnb called Nicolau. And I had lunch there. I think I just had did I have the burger? I can't remember what I had. I think I did have the burger. After that, I think later that evening, I went to a different restaurant and had some paella. Delicious. Any hooch. Enjoy. Feliz sexta-feira. Happy Friday. So Friday finally came, and it was the day of the Black Site Global Exodus Summit Meetup Mashup. The evening was enchanting. You'll see by the pictures, and the food that we had was delicious. I got a chance to sit and talk with friends that I've met along the way. I met some new friends. It's amazing how many people either have origins in California, the Bay Area specifically, that have landed in Portugal or who plan to land in Portugal somewhere. I connected with Phyllis, who I met over the summer when I came to the Our Black Utopia meetup. She just moved to Portugal. She had just moved within the week of attending the summit meetup. So got a chance to meet some new people, build some more community, and that's an important key when moving abroad is to build your community. My efforts started by joining online Facebook groups or other online platforms that had communities of especially Black women, Black people or people of color who are moving abroad. And so to be able to make those connections and meet in person is just icing on the cake. Got an opportunity to see Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow again, who are the founders of Exodus Summit. I also met Rashawn Wright, who is the founder of Black Site Global. It was just a wonderful time. It was a wonderful evening. And Saturday morning, I got up and caught my train back to Portugal.